Hello and welcome to another video by reitspro.com. I'm Gaurav Jain and today I'll talk about the Q2 results of REITs and InvITs. In fact, REITs we had covered last time, and this time we're going to cover InvITs Q2 23-24. And we are also going to present our own insights on what these results mean. So stay till the very end. We'll do some very interesting comparisons also about PG InvIT and Indigrid 2 in this video. So, my name is Gaurav Jain, and you can get a hold of these two books that I have authored. When you visit our website, reitspro.com, there are plenty of free downloadable resources as well there. So, the exhaustive list for public InvITs as on November 23 is as follows. We have IRB InvIT, which is the road asset. InvIT in IPO happened in 2017. Indigrid is into power transmission 2017, and PG InvIT in 2021. Again, a power transmission InvIT. So there are two things that one has to keep in mind. One, that this InvITs are vehicles that invest in infrastructure assets, completed infrastructure assets mainly, and they are divided into these five categories. Whereas there are also several other kind of InvITs, but we talk here in our videos mainly about the publicly listed InvITs where retail investment is possible. So we are really not talking about these private InvITs. This is a snapshot from the SEBI website. So these are the private InvITs which are not publicly listed for retail participation. So the retail participation is possible in these three InvITs only, which we will talk about in the video today. If you want to know more about the various kind of InvITs, you can also see our earlier video, which was posted on 26 January 23 about private InvITs, AIFs, and public listed InvITs. Now, the metrics that we will use for comparison would be the DPU, the assets under maintenance management, the debt that the InvIT has, and the net asset value. And we would have some insights as well as that summary comparison. So watch till the very end. And just to refresh your memory, the DPU is divided into several components and it has an implication on taxation. Watch this previous video to know more. The debt is a percentage of asset values and not a debt equity ratio. And thirdly, the NAV is assets minus liabilities divided by the number of units. Do watch previous videos to know more. And if you want to know a little more about how the taxation would impact you, go to the PG InvIT website and go to the FAQ section where you'll be able to download a very useful document to help you understand the taxation part. So the InvIT Q2 23-24 DPUs are as follows. IRB InvIT 2 rupees, DPU of 3 rupees 50 paise in Indigrid, and DPU of 3 rupees in PG InvIT. This is what the DPUs have been. And the IRB InvIT, coming to the detailed analysis of IRB InvIT, let's just clarify first that we are talking about the public InvIT again. And there are three entities you will see. One is the IRB Infra, which is the parent, then the private InvIT. The IRB, there is also a private InvIT. Do not get confused between the private InvIT and public InvIT, because the public InvIT is what the retail participation is possible in, but not the private InvIT. So we are talking about the public InvIT for IRB. So the Q2 23-24 gives a DP of 2 rupees, which is divided into 30 paise as the capital repayment and 1 rupee 70 paise as the interest part. The cumulative distribution is also given on the boxes below. So the AUM, the assets under management for the IRB InvIT is 82442 million rupees, and this is if you look at the debt part, this is divided this chart is divided as debt as well as the value of assets to give you the ratio. So the debt part is about 30%, which is given here over the period of time, how the net debt to value of assets has happened. And though it says that the acquisition can be done through debt or retained accruals or any other mode. However, retained internal accruals can be a very small component only, because 90% of the cash flows need to be distributed for as far as the SEBI regulations are concerned. The NAV that the IRB InvIT has is 100 rupees 63 paise as on September 30th, 2023. So now the insight here is that we do have a significant variation in the NAV here. So the NAV is about 100 rupees, whereas the current market price we see as 70 rupees. Now, do you see it as correctly valued or undervalued? It's an individual assessment. We do have a DPU of 8 rupees versus the 70 rupees value. It gives an approximate return of 11.5%, not accounting for the tax efficiency, of course, here, but this is the return that we are looking at generally. So do see the company valuation reports, because the assumptions are the key to arriving at the NAV. And do keep into account two things. Now, how do you see the tolls in future vis-a-vis the traffic and the price? So could you have, say, a 5% increment in traffic every year as well as the tolls? So that's what you would have to assess. And then the second thing is the life of the assets is non-perpetual. It's not going to remain with the InvIT forever. The a more detailed video is also given on our channel, which was on 23rd March 23, where we highlighted how it has shot up IRB InvIT, and some reasons are listed here why it shot up, and you can watch the video in detail. The second InvIT is the Indigrid InvIT, the again a power transmission InvIT with a current DPU in Q2 of 3 rupees 55 paise. So the DPU is divided into interest and capital repayment and other income. A major part of it is the interest part, which is taxable. And you can see that they have given 78 rupees 86 paise since listing, and they have also increased quarterly DPU, making a projection of about 14 rupees 10 paise for 23-24 complete FY. And the AUM that they have, there is an enterprise value of 26,900 crore rupees, which has happened after a major acquisition, which is VRET, which is, and if you see the table below, you have it divided into the transmission assets and solar assets, and that's the fair value. And the Indigrid debt stands at about 63.5% with an average cost of debt of 7.56%. So this is pretty close to the capping, which is 70%. There is a little headroom there. However, the capping is 70%. And the outstanding units is given here again on the screen. And the NAV, which is dipped a little from 135 to 133, as per the valuation reports by independent valuers. So the a little more detail of Indigrid InvIT and the 6-year performance review is highlighted in our video, which was released on 10th of August 23, where we've talked about the history and we've given an overall picture on how it evaluates vis-a-vis several metrics, with several details and graphs as well as some problem areas that we've highlighted there. The third one is the PG InvIT. PG InvIT is a power transmission InvIT with a DPU of 3 rupees. It's given in Q2 23-24. And the division of the 3 rupees is given on the screen here. Again, a major part is the interest part. Some part of the dividend is taxable and some is exempt. And the record date was 14th November 23. So it's also trading ex-date now. So quarter 3 DPU, again, if you see this chart, they've given out 28 rupees 50 paise per unit as the distribution since its IPO, and the distributions have been fairly consistent at 3 rupees every quarter. The first quarter has been a little more because the longer time frame was there, and the taxable and other parts are given here. The AUM for PG InvIT is 85.90 billion enterprise value. It has 5 transmission assets, out of which 4 of them it has a 74% stake, and the 5th one it has a 100% stake. And the net debt to AUM is 1.22%, which is very, very low debt. And they have a very huge scope to take debt because they can go up to 70% as per SEBI guidelines. So the asset value, net asset value happens to be on the last row here, which is about 86 rupees. And it's been fairly consistent over a period of time, though it's right now it is trading at above the net asset value. The video which highlighted many more details about PG InvIT was aired on 5th October 23. You can visit our channel and see here. We've talked about these four major points in that video, and you can have a look at the video for a detailed analysis of PG InvIT and the possibilities that could emerge. So we'll do a summary comparison of PG InvIT and Indigrid now. But before that, I'd like to just introduce you to the fact that we have our website where we have several resources which you can benefit from, as well as there is a WhatsApp group. These are some recent chat excerpts from our WhatsApp group. And you too can join the WhatsApp group if you wish to by visiting our website. And coming to the comparison now, this is the snapshot of PG InvIT, and so this is the Indigrid InvIT snapshot. Now, out of all this, I would probably compress this into three major things here for comparison. So, what 3 things that I would list here is that Indigrid has been far more proactive. It has a growing asset base, it has a growing DPU, and it has a growing debt. All the same, because the debt is now at 63%, like we've seen, but the DPU is growing and the asset base is growing. So that gets us to the fact that the distributions have therefore grown for Indigrid compared to PG InvIT. Of course, PG InvIT is 2 years old and Indigrid is 6 years into after the IPO. So that's a little comparison, because PG InvIT could show better performance maybe in the future with proactive strategies like we've discussed in our video, which we highlighted. Secondly, the PG InvIT has almost a stagnant asset base, whereas Indigrid has had a growing asset base. The advantage with PG InvIT is also that it has a lot of headroom for debt, because it has only 1.22% as debt as a percentage of the AUM, whereas Indigrid has more than 63%. So a capital raise would probably have to be done for Indigrid InvIT if we for equity also, if it has to get into more debt for acquiring more assets, whereas PG InvIT has a lot of headroom there. And this is a chart which will tell you how the DPU has grown over a period of time. And if you see these colors, these are mentioned in legends, and how the acquisitions have helped it grow its DPU over a period of time. This is for Indigrid. Do like and subscribe to keep encouraging us, and visit our website and do write to us or connect with us on social media. Thank you so much for watching this video.